What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Well, I got a fresh cut, but I think you went a little deep or wide on the hard line, bro.
not, it's not OP up to
Not,
like
I like the thinner ones. It's not too bad. I've seen worse. I've seen the 2 finger hard line. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't doing
nah. So I need a creek, not the Grand Canyon in there. Right?
Yeah, bro. It like tapers back, so I don't know. That's what happens when you start talking and you're getting your hair cut.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be like,
Oh, shit.
Hold up.
Well, what do you do when it's already been? Wait, that felt a little low, bro. That felt like,
You know, you can feel like, feel like you pushed me back a little bit. Hold on. What is it? All right. So check. All right. Like, did I let it grow too far? Or did you cut it back too far? What happened?
Yeah, don't push it back, bro.
Don't push me back, bro. Don't push me back. But sidebar, I'm down to. I'm down to. In my search, I'm down to 3 pairs of boots that are on the chopping block. So there's a lizard pair,
Oh,
an ostrich pair, and a stingray skin pair.
I'm not familiar. If
Now
you send them to me, I'm interested. The lizard I am familiar with.
Yeah.
I am partial to ostrich skin. I don't know. I like it. I like the way it feels, molds, all that. I have seen lizard.
Mm-hmm. They look clean.
Looks clean. I have no idea what it stretches, feel. I don't know. I know none of that. I don't think I've ever heard of stingray boots.
Well, neither did I. But
yeah.
So I picked it up in the boot store, and I was like, "What is this? This is it's kind of nice. What the fuck? Stingray? Interesting. Interesting. That may not get the that may not make the cut for the one, but I just may make the cut for like just to have it anyway.
Why not get 2, bro?
Yeah, why not get 2? Mm-hmm.
Fuck, get all 3.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? Boots don't go out of style, bro.
They do not. They do not. I'm actually going to check headed to New Orleans this weekend, so I'll check. I want to head up there too to see what they got.
Bro, you should get frog skin just to mess with Mo.
She's gonna cut both my feet off.
Bro, she was talking about how she don't mess around with frogs or poop. And when we were talking to another guest, I said, "What if it's frog poop?" She's like, "I'll probably die. I don't know." I was like, "What if it just drops on your hand?"
What if the frog lands on you? It's a quick
and then poop.
A quick
and then dips, bro.
And then it leaves off before you even know.
Oh shit.
Also,
I am interested to see your luggage, bro. It's gonna be outrageous. I'm already sure.
Oh, no, I'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I know you, right?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Well, okay. I'm only taking a carry-on this weekend for a 3-day trip. I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's Louisiana. That's not multiple weather. I will say this: check your suits.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to a buddy, a lot of people are interested in the European suit. Well, I'll tell you this: European suits don't fit over cowboy boots. Get a little flare in the cuff.
Ah, yes, that's interesting.
You don't want to be that guy with your suit pants tucked into your.
You got a whole 3-piece suit.
Wear some capri suit pants, bro. Capri suit pants with the boots, bro.
You got a blouse from like fucking like BDU pants. Bro, like an idiot.
Bro, you look ridiculous.
But that is a good point. I do need to check that. I need to check that out. Make sure that's good to go. Actually, I need to do that. I'll do that when I get back this week.
Yeah, your boy's got the Ariat ostrich skin Chelsea boot. Ooh, bro, come on, stop! Don't play with me.
Okay.
Don't play with me, bro.
All right.
I ain't gonna be able to walk in those snowbanks, but you know.
Yeah.
And I will say this: my buddy Chris was like, he sent me a link. He goes, "They're made out of cedar, but they're called shoe trees, but it's basically a shoe. It's it fits inside the boot, but it holds the shape and also controls the moisture because they are leather."
Okay. I wasn't aware. I didn't.
Things to think about, especially in Florida, bro. Especially in Florida.
Exactly. I'll be checking in. Well, I wear fucking my work boots all the time, but
yeah.
But
I don't know if they would do the same for those, but
yeah. But I mean, I don't give a fuck about those. I mean, that's what they're for. So
Yeah, for me, it's the foot stank, bro, with all that sweat dumping in there. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Speaking of boots in the inside of boots, I went diving the other day
Oh, Jesus.
at training. Forgot, well, I had everything, you put your shit together the night before, especially when you're going on and do extra shit, right? Got everything together. Forgot to put, for some reason, and I don't know why I did this, but I had all the shit. And I guess when I went to put the shit in my bag, I guess the socks just like rolled off the top or whatever. So yeah, you see where this is going.
You barefooted that shit,
so,
bro?
so you see where this is going. So so I get out, wetsuit, you got to clean all your gear off, the wetsuit, uh, BCD and all that kind of shit. Right? Yeah, wash it off, whatever. Going to change and want to put my shit back on because we're still at training, so you got to put training uniform back on. And looking at my bag, I'm like, fuck, where the fuck are my extra socks? Not in because initially I was walking around in my before I put my wetsuit and shit on, I was like, the ones they're dirty now, they're wet, they got a little water on them, then I'm putting those back on, right? And already in the dirty part of the bag. Where the fuck are my socks? And finally, so I had to put all whole uniform back on, bro.
Oh,
Polo, BDU pants. Had to raw dog it inside the work boots, bro. Yeah, it
oh,
was the worst fucking feeling. Yeah,
oh.
the worst fucking feeling ever. It's terrible.
Yeah. Hell no. Fuck no, bro. I just be walking around barefoot, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah, bro. So it felt like it. It felt like it. Luckily, the boots are actually comfortable. So when my
Yeah,
feet were hurting, but just that feeling of like raw dogging your boot, uh,
yeah.
oh,
Nah,
it's
it ain't good.
terrible. It's
Nah,
terrible,
don't do
bro.
that.
Disgusting. Let's get into it, bro. Let's just jump into it.
All right, bro. Yo, you know what? I
Um,
like it when you lay it out, bro.
yeah. All right. So, I mean, for the people who are listening, we are continuing a little mini series, which I enjoy. I think we should continue to pick a topic and do a little mini series on it.
I like it, bro.
It's fun. So, what we're doing right now is, rules of being a man. So today we got actually four of them. So we'll just roll out with the first one. The first one is don't gossip, but listen to everything. Right. So it's easier you can be smart and play dumb, but you can't be dumb and play smart. Right. So you learn, you learn a lot more by just listening and being
Yeah.
an active and astute listener, as
Mhm.
opposed to just running your mouth all the time. And I find in my readings and in my studies and just in observing people, because we have a lot of experience in doing that. People who tend to talk a lot, to me, give off a sense of being unsure of not only themselves but just
Yeah.
unsure. Like I can sit in a room and be quiet and be silent. It's like to me, it gives off a little bit of an air of a lack of confidence in yourself, a lack of confidence in what you know. You're just feeling that space. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, so people who tend to talk a lot, I'm like, kind of sidebar a little bit, but I find that you will pick up. I've picked up more things by listening than by speaking.
Yes, I will say one caveat to people who talk a lot, just
Mm-hmm.
because of recent experiences. Some people are going through a lot, and so they're
Mm-hmm.
trying to vent it off. Hard to pick up on. I get it, but I've had recent experience with that. Otherwise, I tend to agree. I will say sometimes you are quiet to the point that it's like, bro, are you good? Like, are you having a good time? Because you're like a robot. You're like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm vibing.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm all right. And like, are
I
you
get what
sure?
you're
Like,
saying. There's for me, there's a balance personally, just between, and I struggle with this, especially if I've been drinking. I definitely think that I am the funniest, smartest guy in the room, even when I'm not. And I usually get a lot louder, probably annoyingly so. Annoyingly so. So to me, there's a balance between leaving room. There's a lot, bro. There's leaving room for other people to interact and engage.
mhm,
And also, once again, something I am embarrassingly aware of in myself
mhm,
is being a story topper. Not for me, it's not necessarily, I don't think of it this way, but I know it comes off this way.
mhm.
It's not like, oh, I got to beat this guy's story. It's just
Yeah,
sometimes people are like, oh, bro, that reminds me, man, you remember when we did? And then
yeah.
I do that. I'm really hyper aware of that now. Yeah, time to reflect on yourself. You're like, oh, wow, I really suck at that. I need to stop doing that. One, this isn't about me. Two, who cares?
Mhm,
Right? You're not getting paid. You're not getting a promotion. You're just being an asshole.
mhm.
Unless otherwise requested, I've made a cognizant effort to just go, bro, that's fucking amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. especially, I don't think, and I'm laughing because I see you do this. I don't think it's not a, as you stated, it's not a one upping, right? It's an inclusion. It's like, oh man, yeah, I have a similar, like, yeah, I'm sharing, we're sharing stories about a specific topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are people who do the one up thing. It's like, oh man, I got a better one. It's like, oh,
that's not what we're doing here.
That's not what we're doing. Okay. Right. But
also, it might be my ADHD as well, because sometimes, in the middle of the story, I'm like, oh, dude, that reminds me. Totally just.
Totally sidebar. Yeah.
Bro, I'm actively speaking right now. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But it's just it just hits my brain that a squirrel finds a memory and goes, hey, look at this. Yeah. No, I hear you what you're saying on that.
I'm writing this down so I don't forget it too, but similar thing just happened. But while we're on this particular topic, I know you said that, because you're not the only person that said that, right? It's like, because like you're quiet to a point of like,
are you good? Like, if someone says something to piss you off,
I'm like, no, I'm great, bro. I'm great. But like, are you, like, almost like, are you paying attention? I could repeat back the last 15 things everybody just said, like, to a T. Of course. And they're like, oh, yeah, you were paying attention. Yeah, I wasn't not paying attention. I just wasn't jumping into the conversation. I was just listening, to the point that even in relationships, right? The listening part. It'll be like, I pick up on little things. It's like, oh, it's like, oh, I just listen to people and I'm like, okay, well, one, you said that for a reason. And two, you gave a detail, which I just, just years of interviewing people and listening to people talk, you just, learn how to take that mental note, whatever. So when it comes to like gift giving, right? It'd be like, oh yeah, something like, a girl will say something like 3 months ago. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And I, give a gift. It's like, oh, you just said, like, yeah, did I say that to you? Yeah, you did. You said it this date and time, and this was the scenario, this was the situation, this is where we were. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, yeah, so you said it was important, so But also on that same stroke is speaking less. I found I don't speak a lot anyway, right? So like I'm not if I could change one thing about myself, I would pick to maybe be a better storyteller, because I'm not a good storyteller, because I don't feel I'm a very efficient storyteller, right? I throw out all the extra shit out of it, right?
I'm going to stop you right there. I disagree. I'm going to caveat that with, if you're passionate about it,
yeah,
you've rambled for an hour on a topic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait. Let me back up. Rambling is, I'm not in a derogatory term. It's just you will pontificate. There you go. On something for an hour. If you give a fuck. If you don't,
straight to the point.
90 seconds, maybe.
90, maybe, right? Maybe, right? I'm an efficient communicator.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like we're doing all the master shit. They're like, yeah, however many fucking words or pages. Like, I don't need that many words to tell you what I gotta say. I don't need that many. I don't need that bit, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've learned that when you speak less, it gives your words more power when you do speak, right?
Yeah.
So in certain settings, kind of like similar to things like people. There's a lot of people that have never heard me raise my voice, ever.
I don't think I have, bro.
Ever. Like maybe once or twice, maybe, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but if I were to raise my voice, it'd be like because I never do it, right? So and I guess what I mean is by being a little bit more reserved with your words, right? It gives it a little bit more power, because like when you actually do speak, you're like, oh, he never does this. That's
something's wrong.
Something, yeah, either something's wrong. This has meaning. This has value because he's actually speaking, because he never does. He doesn't do it as often.
Well, let me say this: two parts, two stories related to that. Again, not talking about names. You recall W's that we worked with. There's one fucking, not that it matters, SWAT dude, badass motherfucker, super nice, whatever. He never, ever called for backup. He'd be like, show me, 3 in custody. You're like, 3? Bro, are you alone? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Never. He gets on the radio one time. Still wasn't like, can you send me a unit? That's all he said. Fucking 15 units showed up. Why did he call for backup? An owner of a couple Rottweilers gave the command to sick him, and he was fucking defending himself, wailing on him. He never shot him either, though. That's the thing. He just was like doing his thing. And they were tore the shit out of his fucking uniform, and they got him on again. Like I said, he was calmly doing this, and I'm like, bro, fuck it. He goes, no, they're dogs, bro. They don't know. Like that, like in his mind, he was just super calm when this was happening. But then the antithesis to that was a certain deputy wanted units for everything, which screaming on the radio to almost being unintelligible, to the point that he did it so much he would do it, and the LT would be like, "Don't send any of the units. I'm on my way." The lieutenant, which is like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. I will say, not only was this individual, he wasn't even a story topper. That same deputy that was getting attacked by 2 fucking Rottweilers calmly got on the radio, asked for a unit, no injuries, no nothing. Everything worked out. But all that stuff worked out. The next week, maybe a week, I don't even know if it was a week. It might have been like the next shift. I don't remember. Very quickly after, the other deputy we're talking about, screaming, goes to the hospital. It was so ridiculous. The lieutenant took pictures of his injury, which is like a red dot, and the culprit, and posted them all over the office. Like, are you crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? It was like a chihuahua nipped his leg or something. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember that.
Yes. So there's one aspect of what I'm talking about. The other aspect, and tell me what you think about this. We've talked about it before. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast. Not letting, when people get angry about everything, quick to, what did he say? Well, just rage. I mean, we might call them ratchet because they just screaming and yelling all the fucking time about nothing. But if somebody has the power to say a handful of words to you, even if they are the worst words you could ever imagine saying to somebody, I will give a sidebar. Family, I think, gets a pass because somehow mom, dad, siblings, they could say 2 things and be like, the rage just boils over. And you're like, you motherfucker. So we'll put family to the side because they have some sort of intrinsic area that just go book. But other than that, strangers, public.
Well, yeah.
That they could just say a couple crazy words and you just lose all composure, complete loss of function of your mind, your words, your volume, and your body. You're a weak person.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. You can call me any name of the book, but okay. Okay. And I hesitate to challenge anyone because I don't want to get my feelings hurt on this motherfucker. Like those roast meat things, like roast meat, they're like, and you're like, oh shit.
Hey, hold on, man.
God damn, bro.
Like, what?
I'm not asking for that. Please don't, because I don't think I would get mad, or I would just be like, oh shit, hurt my feelings. I'm not asking for that. But I've been called some wild shit, and I've actually, you as well as you have. Stuff don't even make sense. I can't even repeat it because our channel will get blocked and banned.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the kind of shit we're talking about. And you're like, what? You just kind of go, oh, or you go, oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
Creative. All right.
Do you think of it in that? I'm not saying it always has to be like an attack or derogatory on you, but is that even a thought process for you onto why you kind of just stay the way you are?
And that's part of it. That's part of it. It's.
I think we're getting off topic from the gossip, but anyway.
We're getting on a good thread. Yeah, no. I think the gossiping part kind of comes like, well, that everything ties into that a little bit because it goes back to things that your parents always told you. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Right?
It don't cost you nothing to be nice, bro.
It costs you anything nice, and it's one of my little spiels that I give to newer deputies. Right? Again, like, hey, one of the things I give them is like, listen, don't say anything negative about anybody at the job, right? I've learned to put some context to it, right? In a sense of that doesn't mean you have to like everybody, right? Because there's plenty of motherfuckers I don't like, right?
So there's plenty of people I don't trust.
People I don't trust, I don't like, I don't care for, I don't like the energy, I don't like the vibe, I don't like a lot of, I don't, right? It's like, but you'll never be able to say, DJ said this, and this about this, or whatever person's like. You won't be able to say it. Now, can you figure out if I like a motherfucker or not? That's very easy. I wasn't trying to hide it. I wasn't trying to hide it.
You don't have to hide it and still not be disrespectful.
And not be disrespectful. I don't have to like. Plenty of motherfuckers I don't care for. And for whatever reason, it could be gut feeling, could be, high
Whatever.
frequencies, whatever. Just initial, I'm like, yeah,
Something wrong, bro.
I'm good. I'm good on that, right? But you're not be able to say like, and that's what I mean by like the not gossiping part. It's like, don't run your fucking mouth. Be like, no, this person said, and I heard this, and I was like, you don't want to be tied up in that shit, right? You don't want to be tied up in that. It's like, because look, and I tell people this all the time. If so and so wanted me to have the information, they would have told it to me themselves, right? And so when I take that kind of thing seriously, because when you tell me something, you told it to me, so I assume automatically that you only wanted me to know that, right? And it's like you'll never hear me gossiping about other people, right? Because here's the thing: if I'm gossiping with you about so and so a thing, I was like, how can you ultimately, in the back of your mind, trust me with your shit?
You actually remind. So we've had this,
right?
Well, no, but we've had this with I think each other, and then also Izzy.
Mm-hmm.
Backing it up though. So somebody's like, "Yo, man, what's up with you? What's wrong with your fucking boy or whatever?" Hey, or hey, I heard this dude was talking mad shit about your boy. What did you say?
Exactly. Why do you feel comfortable enough to come to? Yeah.
Why did he feel like he could say that to you?
There you go.
Flip it on him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But Izzy, remember I think they were dating. I can't remember if they were married yet, but his wife, also a deputy. Mm-hmm. There was a couple of deputies talking bad shit, bro. Mm-hmm. And I had heard they never did it to me or in front of me. But Izzy was trying to get to the bottom of it. And he's like, "Hey, man." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You know these two deputies?" "Yep." "They talking shit about my wife." And I was like, "Izzy, they've never done that shit to me, but I have heard tell that they have some sort of issue." I said, "But they've never done it." He goes, "Good. Let me know if they do." Because I don't like that shit.
Yep.
With the exception of,
yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. There's two deputies and a sergeant that you are well aware of.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to fuck with my job. Mm-hmm. But I will say I didn't go around gossiping. But I definitely vented to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you put that in the category of gossiping?
I wouldn't, right? Because it's not like, in that case, we had a particular issue, right? You're talking to me, a trusted.
This is what's happening.
You know what I mean? This is what's going on, whatever. This is how I feel about a situation, right? Yeah. That's different than that. At the same time, that involves you.
Yeah.
Like,
fair. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like third hand shit. Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Third hand shit. Fair. Like, you know, I heard so and so this and this. Bro, first of all, are you involved in it? If you're not, then like I was saying before, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Got nothing to do with me. I don't know shit. I ain't seen shit. I ain't been it, and I ain't in it. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let me flip it. Let me flip it. Not just negative, right? Tell me what you think about this kind, male or female, when they try to gas you up too much, coming out of left field, just gassing you up. Like I immediately go.
Like to me, like in my face, like doing it to me.
Yeah, but like, "Oh, BJ, you're the best. You're so amazing. I heard nothing but great things about it." And you're like, "Hold on." For me, I go, first of all, this is the first time I met you. Who are you?
It's like, where do you hear that from?
Yeah. I don't believe you.
Not even then. I'm like, "Oh, is that so?" I was like, "Oh, is that so?" I was like, "Oh, interesting." Well, you know, it's like I do like to think highly of myself, but I guess, you know, I was like, we don't know each other. I'm saying,
but do they put you on, like, do they? I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is when people do that to me, I'm like, I immediately don't trust you.
I don't know if I take it that far, but it does put me on notice. It does put me on notice to be like, one, where'd you get that from? Two, and my response usually is, I tend to think highly of myself, but we don't really know each other, so that's yet to be seen. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure you'll develop your own opinions. We'll kind of just leave it at that.
I'm strongly reflecting on a certain sergeant who I think is retired, who was known to have his pants so high that they made fun of him on a commercial. About 3 yards of fabric from his crotch to his chest. But he was a new sergeant. Calls me to meet him. I'm like, "Yes, sir." Him and the corporal are there. I'm like, "Oh, why is the corporal here?" We're just introducing ourselves. I was like, "Well, I know him."
Yeah, I already know him. So what's up?
Who is you? Yeah. And then he starts gassing me up in the weirdest way, bro. I've heard good things about you, what you're doing. Your stats are great. He goes, "Look at you. You look great in uniform." I was like, "Hold on, Playboy."
This is a date, bro. What's up?
Yeah, what, bro? Bro, it felt like Diddy. Let me take you shopping.
No.
I got my own money. You ain't taking me a shot.
No, oh, we're good. We are. We are. We are. No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Long
No, no,
story
no, no,
short,
no.
that dude ended up being a snake. Was trying to fuck with everybody.
Mm.
But anywho,
Be careful,
that's where
bro.
my mind went, bro.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, the gassing you up thing is,
I don't like.
but at the same time, it's like the only time I essentially will get involved, I guess, in said gossip, right, is to defend somebody's name. It's like that. You know what I mean? So it's like if somebody's badmouthing somebody that's on my side that I care about, that's my friend. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I gotta interject on that because I can't let that shit ride, right? Or at the same time, if I feel like there's an opportunity, that it's like, hey man, you got a guy for this or we're looking for this. I know
Yeah, you
I
throw
got,
the name
you know
out
what I'm saying?
there.
You throwing it, you know what I mean? So it's like, something that goes back to probably something we've touched on before. It's like, defending
Your group.
your group, you know what I mean? But it's not, obviously that is, their reputation, their name as well, right? Because, that your reputation usually for the most part walks into a room before you do,
Oh yeah.
and it's stranger enough that you're being discussed, or we're all being discussed in rooms that we're not in. And, it's very, I mean, quick sidebar, something that I've been doing lately that a prayer I've been praying a lot this year, right? Is completely off the topic of the thing, but is a prayer of removal, right? So, I'm praying for hey man, this is not for me. Like rip it away. Rip it away, completely get it out of my life. I don't want the temptation of it. I don't want the distraction of it. It's not for me. I want it removed from my life. I want it removed. You know what I mean? But sometimes that's difficult, and it's so be because we all have what we want, right? And to pray to God to kind of strip the things that we may want, but that's not for you. Sometimes it's difficult, but then again, sometimes it's like, who are we to know what is best for us in the greatness, vastness of the universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I say that to say this is like sometimes when those things happen, it's like to whoever you pray to, right? Over the universe is hearing things, or we'll just say God and the all encompassing higher power, right? That entity heard the conversations that were happening about you that you weren't aware of, right? So sometimes they'll just, and that's why I pray for the spirit of removal, right? It's like I'm unaware of the things that I'm unaware of, right? But it's
Yeah.
like, just, what, we're going to take this person away because, this thing has been happening behind your back or on the side. You're unaware of it. We're just going to go ahead and take that away. We're going to take this away.
That's good, bro.
We're going to
I
move
like
this
that.
to the side, this to the side. I'm like, so when things start kind of like not happening or a door kind of closes or something doesn't work out, and people miss this too. Sometimes things not working out is the blessing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
That is the.
Well, we've talked about it, bro. Like
Yes, we
I didn't
did.
get, I didn't make it through the FBI Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Devastated me.
Yep.
Ended up being probably the best course of action.
Right.
Especially look at all the shit that's going on now.
Exactly right. So it's like, what? Yeah. It's like, man, that not working out kind of saved me, kind of put me in a better position. And sometimes, and I've, especially the last couple, I will just say last year or so, some certain things, we talked about offline not working out, or relationships don't work out. You put in for certain shit, it doesn't work out. Sometimes that is just moving you to the side, right? You get to a closed door, the only way you get around a closed door is if you can't go through it, you got to go left or right. You have to go around this obstacle. Sometimes it's moving you away out of it. Sometimes obstacles, oh, perfect one. I heard this shit the other day. I thought it was great. The guy says, if you ever played video games, right? Every time you encountered a villain or a boss or like an obstacle, that's how you knew you were going in the right direction.
Ooh.
And I was like, yes. I was like, yeah.
That makes sense.
I was like, it makes perfect. As a guy who grew up playing video games, that makes perfect sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I like that. But obviously we're getting off the topic of the thing, but that came up in my mind. So yeah,
Have a code.
have a code, right? I think it's important. And we've all heard, the old adage of, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, right? But I think in the sense of having a code, I think every man should have, pillars that they live by, right? Whether that be, I guess you could say, religious, and I don't, that's not necessarily what I'm talking about, per se, but sometimes you can develop those through that, through your belief system. But we'll put it this way. I think your belief system has to be one of those things, right? For whatever you believe in, right? Your belief system, your code of ethics, your, the way you just have to have a code of going through life because you can't just be kind of just, jellyfishing it through life. And if people don't know how jellyfish are, they're kind of just at the whim of the current. They kind of just go with the flow and just kind of just out there, whatever, right? I think if you don't have a code as a man, you are ultimately doomed to fail because you don't have anything, right?
Correct. Let me run you through this list. We'll go quick. This is quick fire.
Okay.
These are the top codes for men, according to Google. Courage.
Okay.
Integrity.
Okay.
Authentic. Character.
Yeah.
I love these two. Don't date your friend's ex. That's a code.
Bro.
I don't even think there's a definition. It just says that.
Yeah.
And then have your bros back. Yep. Honesty. I will say this. This is a lot easier with people you're close with. Like, you, Mo, people like the small group.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. I don't know why, actually. It's a lot easier for me to tell you things that I'm not proud of, embarrassed of, or, you were a fucking shitbag, bro. That was fucked up. I don't know. But I'll tell you, it's I need you to know.
Yeah.
But, it's not necessarily I want everyone that's ever known me to know that.
Yeah.
The honesty part is interesting. I think you should be honest, but I think there's barriers. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't think it's for everybody.
Well, yeah, I think the honesty thing, I think there's a difference between honesty and transparency. I think some people, what they're talking about is transparency versus honesty. Is honesty and transparency is not the same thing, right? The honesty thing is if I ask you something, you tell me the truth, right? Being transparent is I'm telling you the whole context of everything ahead of time, right? So it's for example, it'd be girlfriend asks you, hey, are you going out tonight? Or do something that you did before. Or it's or if you're you're going out tonight. Yeah, I'm going to the bar with some friends. Cool. Are you being honest? Yes. Right? Now, if you're being transparent, you'd be like, hey, are you going to the bar tonight? Yep, I'm going to the bar with Ty, with Mo, with, Chase, and with Kim. Oh, well, because, right? The transparency part is I'm telling you all the information up front ahead of time without you having to ask for it, right? So you have all the information ahead of time versus I have to just ask you one thing. It's well, is it being manipulative? Yeah, I guess so. It's oh, well, you didn't ask me that specifically. So I answered what you asked me. The transparency part is let me just give you all the information ahead of time.
You know what? I'll give you a different example. How come, when you're with your girl, do you have any issues with me talking to Mo? No. Why? Because you answer the phone in front of me and you talk right in front of me. As opposed to if Mo called, you get up, you go outside. Why are you doing that?
Exactly.
It's just different, right?
Yes, that I don't want to say cause for concern, but it would beg another question.
It just made me what do you, it just makes you think more. Yeah.
Yeah, but the transparency part of that would be well, I usually don't mind talking in front of you, but she's talking to me about something that is personal to her, and I don't necessarily know if she would want me to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we're just we're just using your name. We're just interjecting your name.
Yeah. This is not real. So we're just throwing situationally, right? I was but it'd be okay, but it'd be all right, let me just explain to you why I did just get up and, whatever, I mean, but that's what I said. That's the difference between the honesty part and the transparency part. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But the I gotta speak on this one because you brought it up. The not dating
transactions, your boy's ex.
I'll take it a step further, right? If I have any kind of interaction with you at all, that'll be obviously your friends, 100%, right? But if it's even a dude that I work with, or even know in the slightest, that girl is now off the table.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. That to me, to me, that is a huge. We talked about the shit on a different topic. Like that's a huge pet peeve to me. It's like it's like oh, you got a man? No,
I'm out.
First of all, I'm out. Second of all, I know you're a man. Even in like a loose connection. Oh, man, hell no.
Why would I do that?
But no.
Yeah, nah.
No. Because it makes me look. Because if it was me, I'd look at the motherfucker sideways too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh damn, bro, that's what we're up to. Okay, so now you, I feel like we're not in the same diaspora of man shit, right?
Nah.
So I'm like, oh, you'll do that, bro. You'll do shit way worse than that to me. If you'll take that little thing, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. No, there's just a lot of problems with that. Next one, humility.
Yeah.
This one I struggle with because I think there's a time and a place. I don't think you should go around talking about yourself all the fucking time. Unless you have a podcast.
Exactly.
Time and a place, I guess. But also, I don't know. This one is like, because people give me shit all the time, bro, because of the words I use. Like one time I was given I was tasked with giving a presentation on a case I was working on for the entire district. I didn't want to do it. I was like, why? So that was the level of my humility. I would push back. I was like, I don't want to. Well, you're going to. So then so if it's like, I'm going to do something, now I'm here, baby. I'm going to give it all. I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm not going to. So I walked in a power suit. They were loving it because I had it made in Vietnam, bro. It was like shimmery. It was a mafia suit, bro. It was ridiculous, but I wore it for that purpose. And I said, this is one of my many big cases. And my two buddies, they were like, start dying laughing. They're like, oh, just one of the so many big cases. I was like, oh. So they were just harassing me through the whole presentation. I guess, I don't know. It's that balance. Like, I don't, maybe humility and meekness are two different things, but although I did learn about meekness.
We did talk.
Remember we talked about breaking the horses, the war horses?
Yep.
Meekness is, you're meeking the horse.
I don't think so the humility part, right? Like I think there's a fine line, right? I think having belief and confidence in yourself is 100% okay. And I think every man should. I think you should. Especially if you've gone through things, you've developed yourself, you should be confident. I'm highly confident in all of my capabilities and my ability to get things done or learn something or to just do whatever. I'm highly capable, highly confident in my ability to pretty much do anything I put my mind to. Right? I'm always going to pick myself. If whatever it is, like, hey, I bet on me to come out on top of this thing, right? There's no problem.
I agree.
With that,
I'm also confident what I'm not good at. Nothing with heights, baby. I'm out. I'm not betting on me.
I know myself, right? So I know when to interject my confidence and when
pick somebody else.
But at the same time, I think you don't have to go around like boasting about it.
You don't have to post every night on Facebook that not all heroes wear capes and you're just out here serving and protecting the community.
No, you don't have to
doing interviews for the news because you caught a 14-year-old kid on a stolen bike.
No, you don't have to.
World-class athlete. Oh, God.
No, you don't have to do that.
Fucking annoying.
No, you don't have to do that. No.
Or you're such a fucking douchebag that your ex-girlfriend just says she used to date a douchebag and we both went, this guy? How'd you know?
Well, you led with douchebag. So
you led with that and your face says that's what happened.
Yeah. So, yeah.
A complete stranger. This is who you're talking about. Oh my God.
Yeah. So you don't want that kind of reputation, right?
No.
But yeah, I think that's
so he broke up with her for a nickel bag of weed, bro. Idiot. So he's a douchebag and an idiot.
Must have been good weed. I don't know. Either the weed had to be really good or she was terrible. I don't know.
Well, she was pretty, bro. So maybe she was pretty, so maybe she was terrible. I don't know.
Maybe she was terrible. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Hilarious. All right, hold on. A couple more. Love.
Yep. Yes.
These are codes, Mitch. Live by.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace should always be the option.
I'm going to leave this next one for last because I have thoughts. Respect. Yeah.
Yep.
This one. Respect boundaries.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's just maturity as well, though. I don't know if that's necessarily a code as opposed to maturity because you got to learn how to respect boundaries and also when to push through them. I don't know.
Yeah.
speak the truth. Again, I think that gets easier with age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm much more free with my thoughts and feelings now. My give a fuck meter is very low.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last one. Protect the innocent.
Yes.
On its face, yes.
Yeah.
In reality,
at face value, yes. Face value, yes. Well, so what are we talking about the innocent?
Well, that's what I mean. That's a broad spectrum thing. And what I guess my mind goes to, if I see someone beating the shit out of a dog, I'm fucking that dude up ASAP. Mm-hmm. But when you see people fighting, even domestics, again, people might judge us on here, but I'm like, I've seen too much.
Yeah.
How many times you been like, ma'am, why did he attack you? Oh, no.
No.
Why did he attack you? Oh, well, he caught me sleeping with his best friend, and then I hit him in the head with a hammer. Oh, okay.
Okay. So.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying he should hit you, but okay.
There's context to the story.
And for those that think I'm making that up, no, she hit him right in the fucking head with a ball peen hammer, and then he lit her ass up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. When you say when you say innocent, the first thing that comes to mind, right, to me, kids and old people.
Bo would disagree with you. She wants to fight a fourth grader.
I know. But I mean, like
I understand.
Like
in
small
general,
kids. In general, small kids, old people, right, who don't have the ability to
defend themselves.
Defend themselves, right. But to me, I'm also excluding fools as well.
Yeah.
I'm excluding them. I'm not
like you got yourself into that shit with your mouth or your actions. Yeah.
Yep. You knew better. You know, this is not saying it's justified. I'm saying, but you had a part to play in something that's happened. You had a part to play in this, right? Especially the fighting and the domestic thing. Again, I've
seen too much, bro. I've seen too much
shit. I've seen too much shit. Even professionally seen too much shit where it's like, yeah, I know we arrested that dude 2 weeks ago for beating you up, and now you're back here,
bro.
All right.
And again, these are true story times.
Yeah.
My favorite domestic in the trailer park, bro. First time I went, threw it through a fucking sliding glass door. God damn, all cut up. 3 months later, we're back again. I think at this one, she stabbed him. Mm-hmm. So now she's going to jail. So we arrested him first. She dropped all charges. Mm-hmm. We arrested her second. Mm-hmm. He dropped all charges.
Of course.
We come back again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was the fourth time is okay. So the third time, I don't remember that he beat the shit out of her again. Whatever happened, we arrested him. Then I remember, bro, clear as day. I wish I remember her name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I hear her go on the radio. I was like, I'm coming. She's like, what? I was like, this is the fourth time. The call was, so he had just gotten out of jail, and he calls. She had set the trailer on fire with him in it. So we arrested her, and he goes, I don't want to press charges. I was going to press charges. I was like, she fucked up this time because the state's going to press charges. That's arson.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be a victim, bro.
We got you good this time.
I was like, you fucked up on that one, man.
Yep. But all of that is natural progression. I feel like it's only gonna escalate, right? But at the same time, and I know it sounds bad. It sounds in bad taste, right?
Yeah.
Be like, and people always think I'm an asshole when I'm saying this. I was like, but this comes just from years of experience, right?
Yeah.
Seeing too much shit. Going on, I'm like, my first question is, okay, what did you do to become a victim today?
Yeah.
Right.
It's victim blaming.
I didn't know what the fuck it's not. No, it's not. Right. Because to me, like I said, it puts context on the story. Right. He's like, oh, he punched me in the face. Okay. For no reason. So you mean to tell me this person just got up this morning on this blessed morning that we're all blessed here to see life on this day, and decided today was going to be the day. He was going to pick you out of every person in the state of Florida, in the world, that fuck with you for absolutely no reason and punch you for no reason whatsoever. For no reason? Well, you know what? So you don't know this person at all? Well, yeah, I do know. Oh, okay, so continue. Okay, so there is some backstory to what's happening here, right?
Yeah,
and that's usually why I say, generally speaking, kids, old people, because those are usually the people that don't either one, don't know any better, or two, don't have any, or have lived long enough that they know to kind of keep out of shit. And now, like old people, like people that fuck with old people while they're just walking in the park or whatever. Like, bro, why are you bothering that old man?
Yeah, leave him alone.
He's lived 90 years. You know how hard that is?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to make it to 90 years old?
Like, he's earned the right to walk around in peace, bro. Bare minimum. Just let that man walk around. He ain't doing nothing. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So, so that's kind of shit that kind of gets up under my skin. But yeah. Kids and old people, everybody else's involved shit is somewhat foolish, on face value.
For the men out there, find you a woman who loves you enough to drive her car through the front of your house, bro.
It's like,
man, you don't love me enough. If you're not willing to drive your car to the front of the house.
All right, and I'll put it this way. If it's
you gonna change the locks?
I don't want my woman to actually stab me, but I want to know that she'll get mad enough that she might think about it, right? I don't want her to actually, and at the same time, I was like, I don't want to do anything to actually make a woman stab me, right? But
yeah, please
don't. But it's like, man, you don't care enough that you would stab me. All right, I just want to know.
Do you even love me, bro? Do you even love me, bro?
If you don't want to hurt me at some point, do you even care?
Oh shit, bro.
It's toxic as fuck, but it's funny.
That's cop shit, bro. All right, Canon events, bro. What are your Canon? What do you mean, and what are yours?
Okay, so I think Canon events, right? Things are going to happen in all of our stories, regardless. It's going to happen to you, right? We can't avoid these, right? It's like when you're watching all the Spider-Verse shit, right? This is a Canon events. Like Uncle Ben's got to die, right?
Has to.
Uncle Ben, you're not going to be Spider-Man if Uncle Ben doesn't pass away, right? That kind of shit, right?
Sorry, sidebar. Did you ever see they did an offshoot where he doesn't die?
Well, in Spider-Verse,
bad guy.
Well, yeah, there you go, right?
Yeah, interesting. Anyway, sorry.
Right? So, but but Canon events, right? You're gonna get your heart broke. You're gonna get your heart broke. You're gonna have every man's gonna have that one major heartbreak. It's gonna change who you are at some point. It's gonna change your concept of love. You're gonna change your concept of relationship. That's gonna happen to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen to everybody. You're gonna get betrayed at some point, right? It happened to Jesus.
That one hurts, bro.
It's gonna happen to you.
That hurts,
right? It's gonna open your eyes a little bit.
I think that hurts more than getting your heart broke.
I think they're both up there on the same level, but
I don't know, man.
Unless the betrayal part is the heartbreak, relationship part, right?
No.
Sometimes, but
I've had my heart broke, BJ. If you betrayed me in some way, I don't.
That's
bro,
different.
It would I'd be like, I think I'm in the Matrix or something. But like, something's wrong, bro.
Well, that would never happen. That's not a case.
Anywho, that's all I'm saying.
Right? You got the heartbreak, the betrayal, a rock bottom moment. We're all gonna have it. Everybody's gonna have it. Whether
everyone's
that be
different. Everyone's is different, though.
I was just about to say whether it's going to be something different. It could be money. It could be job. It could be
smoking crack under your bed in jail. I mean, whatever.
Right, bro, every man's gonna have what they in their life find as a rock bottom moment. Right? It's gonna define you. Right? I think those
are Mark, bro, when he was like, I was printing fake money in a closet to buy crack.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what the?
Okay, what?
I think that qualifies as
and
then
the man made and lost 2 fortunes. I was like, God damn, bro.
Yeah, damn. Can I get one? Shit.
Let me just get. I'm working on the one. Still,
let me get the one. But I will say to add on to the rock bottom part. And what I mean by rock bottom part is that people think rock bottom is it has a negative spin to it, right? But think about it in the terms of this. If you're spiraling somewhere or you're sinking, right? Think about it. And I was thinking about this shit the other day. So I was diving. It wasn't that deep of a dive. It was only like 30 something feet, right?
That's deep enough.
Exactly. Well, it's fairly deep, right? But deep enough. But if think about it, you're in water, right? And you don't know which way you're going. You're just kind of, whatever. Sometimes rock bottom is the only place you can actually push off of to get some direction. Right? So that's in the context of that is what I mean, right? It could be money. It could be this. It could be whatever it is. You're gonna have that sense of like, shit. I have no idea what I'm doing, where I'm at. Sometimes rock bottom is the only place you can actually push off of to like to either ascend. We'll say ascend because rock bottom, right? So to go the opposite direction and start ascend, right? Where everybody's gonna have that. We're all gonna have it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by when I'm saying that. It doesn't necessarily mean like, oh my God, I was, sleeping under a fucking bridge. That's not what I mean. It could be mental, it could be depression, right? It could be that. It could be your rock bottom thing. It could, whatever it is, we're all gonna have it.
Can I say this? Depression is real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not weakness.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make you less than.
No.
And I will say, realizing after the fact that you were depressed,
mm-hmm.
is I don't know, makes you feel some type of way, bro.
What do you mean?
We've talked about it. It's like, bro, you remember when I was doing this, and this? And you're like, yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think I was depressed, bro. And you're like, yeah, you know what? That is kind of weird, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
And it's looking back, you're like, but you didn't realize it when you were in it, right? Because you were still doing your job. It was almost like just floating through the motions, right? It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Now, sidebar, and I'll tell you who it is after.
Mm-hmm.
A good friend of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I called him one day. This is a couple years ago, and I was like, "How you doing, man? Just checking in, trying to be good."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, I'm working out all the time. I'm not going out. I'm eating very clean. I haven't had a drink in a couple weeks." I was like, "Oh," he goes, "I think I'm depressed, man."
You're like, those are all good things, bro. I'm confused.
I'm like, what? I think I'm depressed, bro. That sounds positive. He's like, no, I'm miserable.
Like, okay. What?
It's different for everybody. It's different for everybody, bro.
Like, do you not want to be doing those positive things?
I will say he's much happier in his element, which is the opposite of everything I just said.
Yeah, I guess that's how you do it. Yeah. Yeah. I think all those things are helping them.
Well, yeah, they are.
I don't like it. Okay, well.
That's still one of the best moments.
But those are the three I could think of, Canon events wise.
Those are deeper than mine, because mine was going to be the first time you feel success. You know what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. See, that was feel.
But I think it's important to know what it feels like. I'm talking like they're all different, but like I don't know, the first time you win a game or make a catch or hit the ball or beat a video game, I think those are important moments just as much as the many, many, many times you failed or struck out. That's why I think sports are good. That's why I'm not like anti video games. I'm anti the addictive level of video games. They're sidebar, and I'm sorry, we've done this a few times already. Video games when we were, when we were growing up had levels. Yeah. You beat the level, save, play the next level. That kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there was like stopping points where you could stop. All right, we'll come back to that. They're not like that now. You could play a video game 24 hours a day for months and never beat it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way. And then now they got them where if you don't get on it every day, someone's going to come steal your shit, fuck your stuff up, and you have to start over again. So it's almost like it feeds into you having to do it all day long and check in all day long.
Yeah.
That is, bro.
It's like you're living in the game.
Yeah, I'm not like a fucking prude or fucking anti-video. It was like, but it just feels wrong to me. Like, why would you do that? I know why they do it, but you're fucking people up when you do shit like that.
Yeah, where it feels like they're living in the game, like they're living through the game.
Yeah,
like, bro. Whoa.
Oh, there's a bunch of other psychological stuff, but what I'm saying is, when you had the opportunity to like beat the level, stop, you could say, put it down, go do something else. But now it's like you could play forever and never really win or beat it or whatever. And then if you don't check in enough times, you're gonna have to start over because somebody stole all your shit. You're like, what the? All the things you spent 3 days in a row trying to get, now if you don't check in because something happened, somebody's gonna come in and take. I mean, just wild stuff. They're different games. I get the fucking concept. These are conversations I had with my son because I'm like, he's like, I was like, I watch you play video games. I was like, yeah, you watch me play them for like an hour or two. I've had runs where I got in super into something and I played for a few weeks, but I was like, but I can turn it off.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah.
I will say now that he's in the Marines, he does that too because he has to.
Yeah, you don't have time. You don't
have the time.
You don't have time to sit sick all day and do that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
100%.
Sorry, quick sidetrack. Last one.
Yeah. Warrior.
This is a famous saying. It's a famous
saying, but you know.
Was it Miyamoto? Who said that? Hold on. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Somebody said that.
Before we say it, look it up real quick.
It came from a samurai. Watch this can be Game of Thrones. Hold on. No. It is a samurai. Miyamoto Musashi.
There we go. So the saying is, it's better to be a warrior in a garden instead of a gardener in a war, right?
Yes.
And I think that is profound, very profound to me. And it goes along, and I dropped this in when I heard this the other day. It was a talking point. It kind of along the same lines, right? Of that, how do they put it? Like, just be like, essentially, you don't get points for resisting something if there's no temptation, right? So it's like, oh, so it's like, oh, be like, oh, well, I don't drink alcohol. Well, that's fucking great. You're not an alcoholic, right? Alcohol doesn't actually tempt you. So there's no.
I take care of my kids.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're supposed to
do, right? You know what I mean? So it's like along the lines of shit like that, right? But but this one to me, I think is extremely profound because it speaks to the level of preparedness and being prepared, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think we've both watched Jordan Peterson, both familiar with him. But at the same time, he's like being a strong man sometimes means you have to be capable of great violence. It's like, being capable of great violence and showing restraint is different than not being capable of it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm a good man because I don't commit violence. Well, you're not capable of committing good violence. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, you're not, what the fuck are you saying? Like, what are you saying? Right?
You look like you cried during intimate moments.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's like, that this quote speaks to me on that level where it's like, yeah, it's better to be capable of this and not do it as opposed to not be capable of it either way.
Do you mind if I read this? Because I like the way they broke it down.
Yeah.
So, warrior in the garden speaks to preparedness. This person trains, builds skills, stays mentally and physically strong even when there is no immediate threat, to your point. Proactive. They are focused on the long term, anticipating future challenges rather than living only for the moment. In control. When a war or crisis, it doesn't always have to be violence, but a crisis, something, they are able to defend themselves and endure because they are already equipped. The gardener in a war, preamble, nothing wrong with people who garden.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think it's a great skill. I don't have it. I do not have a green thumb. My grandma could plant a fucking stick that she found in the ground and something would grow. I'm like, I don't understand. But a gardener, in the meaning of this, unprepared. This person focuses on peaceful, present tasks, but is caught off guard by difficult situations. Real life application. I was living in Maine and I would always lock all my doors, had cameras, all this stuff. All my neighbors were like, are you crazy, bro? Like they thought I was some sort of freak. Like, what are they called? People who are always paranoid.
Yeah.
No, paranoid.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you don't know how fast something really bad can happen. And then I had to also tell my kids, all these measures I'm taking are just to delay, to give you time to process what's happening. It doesn't matter what I do. If somebody really wants to get the fuck in here, they can. 100%. I'm just hoping that it makes enough noise or leaves enough evidence that one, if something really bad happens, they have something to go off of, or two, we have time to at least be awake. So anyway, reactive instead of proactive. They are reactive instead of proactive, and their lack of training leaves them unable to cope when a crisis hits. People shut down, all these other things. Vulnerable. They are likely to be overwhelmed and unable to deal effectively with the challenges they face. This is the application. To your point, personal development. The quote encourages individuals not become complacent during peaceful times, but to continue honing their abilities, whether they be physical, mental, or professional. Life's challenges. It is a timeless piece of advice applicable to various challenges, from job loss to health crisis, emphasizing that a foundation of strength is crucial for navigating any adversity. I'm laughing a little bit because remember that guy who said that his muscle density made the bullet go around his fucking vital organs? We were all like, bro, it does
No.
not. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work like that, but okay. I see what you're trying to say, but no.
Yeah. Metaphor. While the original context is military, the warrior and the gardener can be seen as metaphors for any two opposing states of being: prepared versus unprepared, disciplined versus undisciplined, or ready for conflict versus comfortable in peace.
100%, bro. It's, I don't know, and I think probably a lot of this has to do with just our development, through the type of work we do. You know what I mean? But
sorry, I'm still stuck on that guy.
Yeah, no.
So ridiculous. We were laughing afterwards. Sorry, I'm sorry, bro. Go.
No, but like you said, to see how quickly things can.
It's so fast. For anyone who's never experienced it, it can happen
quick,
so fast,
quick, and we all know this. Action is way faster than reaction, right? Well, if you're not even in, and I think he's a lieutenant now, but this shit always stuck with me. This is like our first time meeting him in like we met him in like a classroom setting, right? And he's talking to us. He's like, I've been up here speaking for like 5 minutes, and he's like, and I thought of a way to kill everybody in this room at least 3 times. And I was like, right? I was like, but it stuck with me because I was like, man, that's not even a thought that was ever in my brain.
No,
before that moment, I'm like,
yeah.
And so it's like, it's how does the saying go? It's like, either if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Right? I was like, you have to have, and people think I'm crazy. I was like, I got, shit set up a certain way. My things are set up a certain way. I got, what do you got to go back for? Like, because all right. I was like, when shit hits the fan, you're not going to have time to get this together, grab that together. I was like, shit needs to be ready to go. You need to be, at a drop of a hat, you need to be able to change the direction and
let me say this. Because and I know what you're talking about. I'm going to apply it to more crisis, meaning life change. It doesn't have anything to do with violence or imminent attack or weather. I'm probably going to release it next week or the week after, but Adam Macaluso.
Yep.
We did a tribute to his daughter. And he talked, what I found fascinating was how it all came to be. He came home from work, happy family. He was super pumped. Like he struggled with the idea of even having kids or anything like that. They have their daughter, and she's 6 years old. So, life is happy, bro. Right? He's not working as much overtime. He wants to go home, hang out with his wife, his daughter. Like it's that kind of thing. He literally has a white picket fence. I've been to his house. He literally has a white picket fence. And then she's like, Dad, my leg hurts. And he's like, it's just growing pains, kids, right?
Yeah.
No, it really hurts. Can you look at it? All right. There's a little bump, like maybe, like if you kick your shin off something, like a little bump. He's like, She's like, no, it really hurts, like really bad. He's like, all right. So they go to urgent care. He's thinking like, come on, toughen up, tighten up. Like, what are we doing? Doctor looks at it. You need to go to the emergency room. He's like, what is it, broken or something? He's like, he now knows. The doctor knew. It was cancer. But he didn't want to say that because that's not his thing, right? You got to be real careful before you say you got cancer. You don't want to do it. They go to the emergency room. They're there till 3:00 in the morning. X-rays. I don't know if it was an MRI or it was probably MRI, right? Bones. Nurse comes in. 3 doctors come in. Mr. Macaluso, we recommend, we made an appointment for you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. You need to go talk to this doctor. Oncologist, is it cancer? We are not trained to tell you that, but we really think you should go talk to this doctor. Like that's how he was like, bro, think about that. So they go home. He doesn't sleep at all. Him and his wife.
Of course not.
Their daughter just goes to bed. Like, okay, they're not trying to lie to her, but they're like, hey, we don't know. We're just trying to figure it out. They're doing that. Oncologist, he's there for 30 minutes. Yeah, you have this. And it was Ewing sarcoma, which I guess is super rare. And then thus began a 2-year battle that ended in cancer taking her.
Yeah.
Life change, bro.
Yeah.
Life change.
Drastic.
So fast. Like,
I don't know what more drastic you can get with that.
But like coming home, having dinner, my leg hurts a little bit. You're fine. No, you have very serious cancer. Like that fast, bro. It's wild.
And
That's what I mean. It doesn't just have to be
yeah,
violent
that have to be
act or
violent.
criminal
Yeah,
act.
violent. Yeah, the
Right.
shift swings in life, bro. Life sometimes life shit happens, and I say this all the time. I think it to myself, right? It's your mind is your strongest is your strongest muscle, right?
Yeah.
And two, sometimes it can be your biggest adversary. It could also be your mind, right? 'Cause that's the thing that if you can't get that under control, oof, it's sometimes I'm thinking about the shit that I'm grateful for, and I'm just like, first thing is one, being awake, being alive, but usually the second thing before anything else is being of sound mind, bro.
Oh, buddy.
If you, bro,
that is my fear, buddy.
oof,
That my body's gonna fail me. I already know.
yeah, the shit
Lord,
I'm already
please
thinking.
don't let my mind fail me.
My mind, oof.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Like you see those things where they're like, "Who are you?" It's your kids. It's like, oh, that'll hurt me, bro. I mean, I won't know it's hurting me. I guess.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I mean,
it's a plus. But
even like that, and even some of the shit we've been talking about, bro, like depression or mental health shit, bro. I was like, bro, if your mind is the battlefield, it's already
never turns off, bro. You can't escape it.
Yeah, you can't escape that shit, bro. And it's life outside of your mind is already difficult in and of itself.
Yeah.
Right. So just imagine trying to fight that on two fronts. It's in here and out here. No, it's so it's but I mean, especially Adam's case, I'm sure that his background and some of the other things that he's been through just in his life has been a help in.
I will say it probably helped in the moment. I would help in the moment, but there is nothing you could ever do to prepare you for that. He said something to me that's so fascinating. Actually, this was a little bit of a rough week, just sidebar. Because we talked to Adam and then we talked to Mary McFarland. And they both had similar summaries. Adam lost his daughter. Mary's husband, they're still going. They're in a good place. They're in a better place than they were a couple of years ago. But her husband, war, PTSD, all this stuff like that, earned a Bronze Star. So it wasn't some whatever.
Yeah.
They both had the same thing to say. I've had to learn to accept I will never be whole. Adam, Mary, I've had to learn to accept the man that I married will never be back. He's gone. And now I'm dealing with what's left. And I was like, oh, I don't know, bro, what training could you possibly go through to prepare yourself for that?
There's none, right? It's like
that.
But that goes back to the other thing, like these Canon events, bro. There's nothing that's going to prepare. Like you can't prepare yourself for that like ahead of time. It's going to happen. You just get through. Yeah. You just learn to get through, and you kind of cope, right? And another one's right, the death of your parents. Maybe, hopefully, you know what I mean. The way it's designed is your parents are going to go before you, right?
I hope. I don't even know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's design. Design. You would think if everything is that naturally, they get to an age where their shit shuts down before yours does, right?
Yeah.
The what did you just say? The death of loved ones, right? Losing loved ones. There's nothing you can't prepare for that. There's nothing that you can be like, hey, I'm going to study this or do this or do that, or it's like you don't know the answers to that test. You just know that test is coming. You don't know what's on the test. I just know that the test is coming. It's going to come one day, right? And we're all going to have to at some point give an account, or I'm thinking I can hear the song in my head, right? But I'm thinking of a song. I'm trying to recall it right now, but I think the song is a Drake song. The song is called "Two Birds, One Stone," but he has a line there. He's like, basically, he's essentially like, he said, I now have to pay a price for some of the things that I've been through and I've done it in lifetime. He said, my demons visit me every night, and that shit stuck with me. Like he speaks out to me because I'm like, yeah. The way I think about things is like, as much as you try to like distract yourself during the course of the day or stay busy or do whatever, I was like, at the end of every night, before, even if you're married, you have kids, you have a significant other, do whatever, at the end of every night, before you go to sleep, it's just you and this, and that's it.
Yeah.
And, so whatever you're dealing with, it's like, you can't get away, you can't run from whatever you're dealing with. You can't run from certain shit. You can't run from it. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. As much as you try to distract it, outrun it, you have to, you can't outrun the shit.
when my mom turned 60, I was like, what advice do you have? Which makes me laugh because it wasn't that long ago. And I reminded her, she said that. She was like, I said that? I was like, yes, Mom. Okay. But she told me she thought about it. She goes, try to limit the amount of guilt. She goes, all the shit I've done, what has stayed with me all my life is guilt.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, that's about all I got. She goes, my 20s were great. My 30s were awful. My 40s were worse. My 50s were better. So far, so good on my 60s. She goes, but guilt is what, guilt for things that I've done or said or whatever. That's what has, I can't shake it. So guilt, demons, however you want to phrase it. She goes, try to limit your guilt.
It's not bad advice.
I know. I reminded her of it. She goes, I said that. I was like, Mom, God damn it. It was like, that was very impactful to me. And like, it has made me think for over a year. She's like, oh, well, all right. Sounds good though.
That was profound. You sure I said that?
I said that. Huh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what? I need to remember that. I like that. You said it.
Yeah, but I got to remember that I said it, right?
All right, bro. Anything else? We good? That was a good one.
Oh, no, we're good, man. That's a good one. It's timely. Yeah, I'm about to go out and try to finish up this project.
Bro, open a window or something, bro. Open a door. All right, bro.
All right, brother.